Welcome back, loves, to our YouTube channel Bakers by Stir. So today we'll be doing decoration for a very special cake. We'll be decorating this beautiful 10-inch 4-layered mixture of chocolate mocha and coconut rum cake. Yes, this is for a very special customer who will be getting married today. So without further ado, let's get right to it.
Give it to me like.
In this bowl right here, we have some icing that we went ahead and made ahead of time. So this is a coconut flavored icing. We have the batch here. So we're just gonna start with this much that is in the bowl. So the first thing we're gonna do is separate these frozen layers of cake. We'll just take some of this and add to our drum so that we can ensure that our cake layers remain securely on the drum when we're decorating. Doesn't have to be shifting. Should do it. Just add the layer there. Try and shift it a bit in place. Ensure that it's the center of the drum. Then we are going to get a piping bag with our piping tip. I'm just gonna add some buttercream to it. So in this piping bag, we're just gonna add some of the icing to put between the layers of the cake. Just add enough that you can manage. And the tip that you're using, it is similar to a 1B, but this one is a bit smaller than a 1B. We're just going to go ahead and pipe a border of icing so that when we put the filling between, it doesn't ooze out. That should do it. Then we're just gonna add our chocolate filling to this here. After put on our filling, because this is a chocolate mocha cake, so we're just going to go ahead and use just about 1 tablespoon of our Nescafe coffee, and we're just gonna do this here just to get a little of that coffee flavor on it. So we're gonna sieve some. And we are just gonna go ahead and put on our second layer. Right there. Just gonna go ahead and add this. Right. Some more of this icing. Again, we'll just try to fill it up with the amount that we can manage. And this layer isn't getting any filling, so we're just gonna pat. Just gonna smooth this out in a circular motion. gonna go ahead and add our first layer of coconut rum cake. So we're just gonna add it here, right on top. Look at that lovely layer. We have our bottle of water here, spray bottle. So what we like to do once we have cakes in the freezer, we just spray a little water. Some persons would use a simple syrup, but when especially my customers don't like too much sweet in their cake, we just use the spray bottle of water just to re-moisten the cake. That should be enough there. And we're just gonna repeat the process with this icing. It's gonna soon finish. And we're just gonna smooth this out. Just to add the final layer of coconut rum. Looking for that edge. Press down a bit, ensure that it's even. Can you see how high this is? How tall this is? All our layers have now been added. I just went for my ruler because I'm really curious. This is such a tall cake. I'm just gonna measure up there from the base, and from the base to the height. This is 5 inches in height. Pretty tall and pretty heavy. So we are just once again gonna add some more for icing to our piping bag. Whoops. We'll go ahead and start with the bottom. And what we did ahead of time was to trim up the sides of the cake for a more even look. Ahead of time, what we went ahead and did was crumb coated our cake. And as we had established earlier, that this is all of 5 inches high. We went ahead, crumb coated, cleaned our board, and we added some dowel rods to the tier. We added 4 of these. Well, what we did was take one, measure it up and cut it, which is about halfway here, and added 4 of them in a circular motion in the middle. So what we're gonna do now is add our final layer to the cake, and we hope that the icing that we have will be enough. We have a pot of hot water here, as well as our bench scraper and a bowl, so that we use that and smooth things out. So we're just gonna go ahead and apply this quickly to our cake that was in the freezer chilling out in the chill room. So what we're gonna do now is clean up and smooth, apply it to the cake. You can see that steam coming off it there. Just gonna.
Them smooth with it. High flames out, them a move with it. Them a move in the slippers and shoes with it. On the flip flop, mother don't fool with it. Look how me cool with it, tell a groove to this. Move with it, move with it, move!
Ahead of time, what we went ahead and did was to finish our smoothing coat, which was our final coat, and then we went ahead and just used our bend scraper to make these incisions in the cake, as that's the pattern that the bride wanted. And then we just added a few sugar beads to enhance the pattern there. So we are off to the reception venue to finish setting up this beautiful cake. Come with us.
Ain't it funny how love hits you when you least expect it to? Anytime, any place, it can come right out of the blue. I thought it was only made for movie screens. Then you came along and you changed everything. Just one look into your eyes and I knew I was gonna spend my life with you. I promise I'm yours, always and forever, through the good and the bad, for worse or for better. I wanna be with you for the rest of my days. I promise I love you forever and ever and always. From this day on, I will be everything that you need, and I won't let anyone or anything come between you and me. 'Cause this love we got is deeper than oceans. My heart is yours and you know this. I'll follow you where you're going, 'cause that's where my home is. Just one look into your eyes and I knew I was gonna spend my life with you. I promise I'm yours, always and forever, through the good and the bad, for worse or for better. I wanna be with you for the rest of my days. I promise I love you forever and ever and always. Hold me close, don't let me go. 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 I promise I'm yours, always and forever, through the good and the bad, for worse or for better. I wanna be with you for the rest of my days. I promise I love you forever and ever and always.
In a world where nobody's faithful, where it's hard to trust and everyone's running from labels, it gets hard to believe that I might be meant for you and you might be meant for me. Every night I get down on my